history, that he's doing this, that he's doing this, that he's doing that. And so it was always, I bet I've written probably 15 stories on the man over the years. And he was always hilarious in what he wanted and whether I could do it or not. He had great opinions. He wanted this to be an excellent place for everybody to come. He wanted it to be accessible. He wanted to maintain the history of the area. He wanted to, if I was involved with PTA, he wanted the kids to come here. If I was involved in Scouts, which I also was, he wanted the Scouts to come here. When I was involved with the Historical Society, he wanted us to come here. He wanted the teachers to bring the kids here. He wanted everybody to come and look at what he's created. This is really the work of one man and his determination that it was going to happen. You know, he had lots of help, but I would think that without his driving force and not willing to let people say no to him, that he continued on and got a different volunteer if you couldn't do it. It was his persistence and dedication that made these things happen, and we're very indebted to him because this could have gone to nothing. This could be another spot in the roadside, and yet it's a historical spot, and we're glad that he put all this effort and everything into it. And I'm glad that Bob also did those things after him to keep it going, and I'm glad now that Ken's here keeping it moving and telling me about every plant over here. I must know every plant over here, and he reminded me a lot of George in that way, because he would let you know everything that was happening so you could be fully informed, so you would do it, and not tell you that the tree trunk was fully embedded into the ground. Yes, that sounds just like him. But he would get you over here and get you to do something, and it would be his teacher. His teacher instinct would get you, he'd get you interested in it and get you motivated, and then you'd want to do it because it was such a great idea, and you really got involved in it, and they would say, wait a minute, you got me doing all of that? That's amazing. So I'm really glad that I got to meet him. I'm really glad he got me involved in some things, and that I know a little bit about him. I wish I knew him better, but mostly I'm glad I got to write about him, because that made me have to ask him more questions and know more. And I think it was a fabulous experience, and I think we're all benefited by the fact that he was here on the mountain. He didn't go to the Grand Canyon, and also was teaching up here, because we have children that benefited from that too.
Sometimes it seems like that. One of the greatest events that I ever attended was a midnight walk. Well, not midnight, but a nighttime walk on that trail. And it was scheduled for a night that the moon was supposed to be really, really bright. So it was scheduled ahead of time, and it was quite extraordinary because you have such a completely different sense of this area when you're walking with a group of people and the moon is huge and so bright. It was absolutely marvelous, and I would hope sometime that something like that could be done again. It really was a very, very unique adventure for those of us that did it. And again, it was a long time ago, but the moon still shines at night, and fortunately, so maybe it's something that could be considered, because it really is very different.
Well,
So.
didn't the Sierra Club regularly have the night walks? Does anybody know?
Steve Farrell has done the night walk tour for the Sierra Club.
We didn't get attacked by any animals. It was fabulous.